anything. Yeah, you can take your time.
I think one thing I would say is I think people easily mistake people who are outgoing. I mean, anyone could tell from this interview that I have no issue speaking with confidence, speaking with assertiveness.
Yeah.
And I think that people often mistake people like that for having incredible internal self-esteem and not having anything to worry about. But the thing is that, as I said earlier in this interview, everyone has their own script, and often it's the people with plenty of confidence who you need to also watch out for, and just be wary of that, because it's so easy to get misunderstood when you appear to have a lot of confidence.
Yes.
But everyone is doing some work inside that.
For real internal work, we call it that internal work, right? Yeah.
There's this thing called legal ethics, which a lawyer is bound to, and if you don't follow them, you could lose your practicing certificate. So, for example, if you were to say to me, "I did it, I murdered this person," it would be breaching my obligations to curate some kind of defense for you. So I can't lie in court.
Okay.
So you don't say it.
So essentially you can't lie. You can create a defense. You can say it was self-defense. If it was self-defense, you can maybe say go for insanity, but that's never a good one to get. A lot of people try to go for insanity.
Yeah,
that's not good, because you end up in a special patients unit, and once you are deemed a special patient, you are a special patient for life. There is no going
there's
back.
no coming out like, "Hey, I've healed. I'm good, man. Hey, I found Jesus."
No. A lot of people are like, because they think that being not guilty is the best option.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not guilty by way of insanity, which means you're going away to an even worse place, and you will never get out.
Yeah. If I came to you, and I said, "Cool, I've just killed somebody, and I would need. Is it possible if you could help me?" Or again, that's what I'm saying. Sounds a bit mad, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I just want to create a scenario.
You'll be surprised.
You get me? So people once again reload what I just said. Yeah, hypothetically speaking, I ain't got nobody. I'm cool, yeah.
So
if I came to you and literally, I rang you. Even if I rang you and I said, "You know what? I can't even tell you on the phone. Can we meet up face to face so I can tell you?" I meet you face to face and I break down to you and I say, "Listen, I killed somebody, but I don't know where to go, or I don't know who I can trust, but I feel like I can trust you. Is there any way that you could maybe begin a process in terms of helping me and see if you could help me? What would be your reaction?" Or what
so essentially, if you were to come to me and you admitted to me that you had caught a body, you had done it.
Yeah.
There's
my last question to that to follow. Yeah. Would you, if I came to you with like what I just said, overall, would you advise me to go guilty overall? When we break it down, when you finish going, what would you advise overall?
I wouldn't necessarily say to you, you should plead guilty. What I would say, I would explain the benefits of pleading guilty and the consequences of pleading not guilty. So the choice is always the client's, because I think what people don't realise is that the lawyer is there to serve the client. We call it taking instructions. So when you tell me what you did, how you did it, that it was self-defense, that's called instructions. And I say, okay, so my client has instructed me that this was self-defense.
Okay.
Therefore, and that they don't want to plead guilty. Therefore, I must follow through with those instructions. Okay. If you were to say, I did it and I want to plead not guilty, I would say to you, okay, so I can't represent you knowing that you have confessed this to me. I can't formulate a fake defense. I can't lie to the court. I'm under obligation to not lie to the court.
Complete sense.
I would advise that these are the benefits of pleading guilty in the early stages, because it could equal a reduction in your sentence.
Do you know much about PUA?
So anyway, so essentially, I can't lie to the court. So I would either have to say, if you're planning on pleading not guilty, I can't represent you because you've told me.
Okay.
But if you, so therefore my advice to you would be, okay, if you've done it, you should probably plead guilty.
Okay.
Because pleading guilty in the first instance is deemed as like good form. It's seen as good form within the courts, and they might give you a reduction on your sentence.
Okay, is that why quite a lot of people who do even not just murder, different crimes, is that why quite a lot of people tend to try to go for what that means,
because they see it as a good thing to not waste the court time by pleading not guilty to test your luck.
Yeah.
And it means, when you first come in for your pre-trial hearing, where you get the opportunity to plead, you might start with if you plead guilty now, you will get a 30% reduction on your sentence. But if you wait till your next hearing and you enter into a not guilty plea, that will be down to 10%.
Okay, so